All right, today we're going to talk about something that coaches have been trying to do for ages, literally get inside an athlete's head. We're looking at the mental side of sports and how a really new approach is trying to turn something like mindset into an actual measurable stat.
So let's dive right in. Think about any box score you've ever looked at. It's just packed with numbers, right? Points, assists, errors, you name it. And yeah, that stuff is super important. But here's the thing. It only tells you what happened. It doesn't tell you why. It can't show you the confidence or the focus or that split second of hesitation that made all the difference on a game-winning shot or a huge mistake. And that right there, that's the missing piece. It's the mindset. You can think of it like the black box in an airplane. It's this invisible engine that's driving everything we actually see on the field or the court. For so long, we've just treated it like this intangible thing, something you just kind of have to feel out. But what if you could actually measure it? Well, that's exactly where this whole idea of mindset performance indicators, or MPIs for short, comes into play. This is the big attempt to systematically crack open that black box. The goal? To turn all those subjective feelings into actual, objective data points, stuff that athletes and coaches can really sink their teeth into and work with.
So, what is an MPI, really? The easiest way to think about it is like a brand new stat sheet, but for your mind. Right after a game or a match, the athlete fills out this quick assessment. It's all about capturing their immediate thoughts and feelings, their mental state, how confident they were, how they felt they performed, right in that moment.
And listen, an MPI isn't just some simple A to F grade. Nope, it's a really detailed breakdown of the athlete's whole experience. It actually separates how they felt about their own performance from how they felt about the team's performance. It even gets into their mental state and how prepared they felt before the game even kicked off. And when you break it down like that, a coach can start to see, okay, is this an individual confidence thing, a team chemistry thing, or did we just not prepare the right way?
And this brings up a really important point. The whole system is built to separate qualities from abilities. So qualities are those intangibles, like leadership or resilience. Abilities are the hard skips, the stuff that actually shows up in the box score. The system tracks both, because let's be real, you absolutely need both to be a complete player.
Now, the whole point here is that this isn't just about collecting data for the sake of it. It's really designed to build a common language, a shared understanding between the two most important people in this equation, the athlete and the coach. So let's actually take a look at how this works from both of their points of view.
For the athlete, the process is super simple, and honestly, that's why it works. It's just a quick 3-step loop. Step 1, you compete. Step 2, right after, while it's all still fresh in your mind, you fill out the assessment. And Step 3, you and your coach get insights you can actually use. The whole thing is designed to become a consistent, repeatable habit.
So for the athlete, this thing is a powerful tool for self-discovery. It takes that fuzzy post-game feeling of I played well or I played badly and turns it into a concrete record. And over a whole season, that builds a historical map of your mental game. You can start to see patterns, track your growth, and, this is huge, talk to your coach using actual data, not just vague feelings. And what about for the coach? Well, this is a goldmine. It's like a direct window into their athlete's mind, replacing all that guesswork with hard data. It can show you the gap between what you, as a coach, expected and what the player actually experienced. It creates this consistent, honest feedback loop that lets you have conversations that go way deeper than just, hey, you missed that shot. You can talk about the mindset behind the shot.
Okay, let's zoom out for a second. Because look, this is incredibly powerful for individual players. But the real magic? That might just happen when you pull all this data together. We're talking about going from individual insights to really understanding your entire team's identity.
And this quote right here, it really nails the whole philosophy behind this. Think about it. For years, we've tracked shots, minutes, speed, basically anything we could track. The idea now is to bring that same level of discipline to the mental side of the game. If you say you want to build a mentally tougher team, you have to first define what that even means, and then you have to start tracking it.
And this is how they do it, which is pretty cool. All those individual reports from every player after every single game get rolled up into one big team index. And that index, it basically becomes a living, breathing profile of your team's collective mindset. It can answer questions like, are we a team that consistently feels more prepared than our opponents? Or does our confidence totally tank after one loss? This is the data that reveals your team's true character.
And hey,
Don't think for a second this is just for the big team sports like basketball or football. This whole framework has actually been adapted for 17 different sports. We're talking everything from track and field to swimming to wrestling. It just goes to show you that while the physical skills are obviously different, the core principles of confidence, preparation, and mindset, they're pretty much universal, no matter what you're competing in.
So where does this all go from here? I mean, this is clearly just the tip of the iceberg for this type of mindset analytics. The whole field is moving so fast, and it's already starting to go way beyond just having athletes assess themselves.
And the way this idea is evolving is pretty fascinating. For example, they're planning to bring in MPIs for coaches and even for fans. Can you imagine a coach rating their own game day performance? Or a team seeing how the fans' perception lines up with how the players feel? It's growing from just a simple feedback tool into this whole performance ecosystem.
And that really brings us to the big final question. And it's a good one to chew on. In this world that is just obsessed with analytics, are we actually tracking the stuff that really, truly matters? The box score is always going to be important, of course, but maybe, just maybe, the next huge competitive edge isn't buried in a spreadsheet of stats, but in understanding the mind that actually creates them.